Hello, this is Chester Moore. Welcome to Higher Calling Wildlife. This is the house cat installment of the Black Panther series. You're probably thinking, hey Chester, you're crazy. What does a house cat have to do with Black Panthers? I think it has to do a lot. Now, we'll talk more about this, but right now I'd like you to go subscribe to this channel. This helps me with our investigations and also the work we do with hurting children to give them wildlife encounters. Subscribe, and then we'll talk about this Black Panther phenomenon in the context of house cats. I have been sent at least 30 photos over the last few years of people who read my work, hear my podcast, radio program, see me on television, thinking that they have some kind of a black cat, maybe a black jaguar or a black mountain lion, and what's in the photo is a black house cat. Maybe a feral black house cat, but a regular, maybe a little bit large, feral house cat. People cannot judge scale. They cannot often see an animal at a distance, take a camera, usually a cell phone camera, and they have this picture, and it looks kind of big out in the middle of a field, but if you had like a white-tailed deer standing next to it, it would look tiny. And the body size, the way the ears are configured, everything spells house cat. It's all about looking at scale. It doesn't mean people are stupid. It doesn't mean people are crazy. It's just hard to judge scale. It's often hard for me to judge scale out as a hunter sometimes on looking at animals in the wild and things like that, and I'm used to it. Most people can't judge scale, and I think a large portion of the Black Panther phenomenon where people are seeing animals, I mean, I have 30 photos at least that are absolutely black house cats. No doubt about it, black house cats. And they're not even like super, super large ones, which we'll talk about in another episode, but house cats. And I know this is going to make people freak out and people are going to hate this segment, but it's part of the Black Panther phenomenon. House cats are a legitimate part of this. And I also know that people are seeing house cats and thinking there's some kind of other cat in the wild, some kind of maybe escaped exotic, and it's simply some kind of maybe designer house cat like a Bengal cat or something like that. People are seeing these out in the wild and thinking they're much bigger than they think they are. I've seen a couple of photos where people had Bengal cats and they're thinking they're looking at a 50 to 75 pound cat, and I'm a Bengal cat owner and they're looking at maybe a 15 to 20 pound large Tom Bengal cat, stuff like that. So feral house cats and just plain house cats that are running around neighborhoods and going to the edge of woods are a huge part of the Black Panther phenomenon. It's not the sexy part, it's not the exciting part, but it's a very real part of this phenomenon. And they're definitely out there. House cats are everywhere throughout North America. Feral cats are in the interior of national parks and woods, and they're everywhere. And it would make a lot of sense for some of these cats to be born a darker color if they're generationally born out in the wild anyway. So I do believe that a big part of the Black Panther phenomenon is the feral house cat, or just the house cat that's out running around in some field in some area. I don't believe there is one source of the Black Panther phenomenon. I believe there are about 7 different sources.